It's the end of another successful day, Julian.
Fantastic. With this wind as well, you know,
it was just
it's about the worst weather we could have got, really, isn't it? So
yeah, as soon as I saw the breeze this morning, I thought, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
But as I say, because there's no grass in this area, you know, we're having to move them from one area to another.
We can see it's like a bowling green. Far too many deer here.
And it's pretty much the same all through the south of England and whatever. But as I say, it's. I mean, you're kind of probably the country's most experienced specialist in bulk capture.
I just think it's passion, really, isn't it? You know.
I think you've got to be a bit mad to do it.
Definitely, yeah. You know, with fallow in particular, you know what they're like. Seeker are very aggressive as well.
Yeah.
Really, what I like is the different species. I think it keeps you on your toes. As you know, red deer are a bit like cattle. They're quite domesticated.
That's right.
You know, the flight symptom in fallow and seeker are protection. You know, seeker especially very aggressive. So you've got to be careful there. And then fallow just want to run everywhere, basically, don't they? So I think that's the excitement of it, really. You know, what's happened here, basically, we've got no grass at all, so we're moving to another area where there's loads of grass, whereas, you know, with cattle, you just sort of open the gate and let them go. We've had to get a team of catchers and handling system and sheeting. And with this wind, what are we taking, 2 or 3 hours? Not bad to catch, you know.
Not bad at all.
We've moved about 70 deer out of this area now, so.
Yeah.
And then the opportunity now with this is to maybe slot drill or something, improve the grassland, and then put a few in. Not so many deer now. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of live capture with dart guns and stuff like that. But you know, the only time I've ever been involved in this sort of thing is with you. And one of the big things that I've learned is how quiet and how steady you need to be. Yeah. Most of the time, you know, and
reading the animals, isn't it?
That's right, yeah, and this is where you kind of excel over pretty much everybody else I've seen, and even not first catch up. As soon as I saw them inside of the gate, my instinct would have been to leg it to the gate and close it quickly, and it was just incredible how quietly you did it and let them make their own minds up rather than try and pressurize them.
And that's what I like, the buzz of that, just looking at them. I was looking at them in the pen there, they were all looking at me at the door, and after we'd have run there, they'd have been all out in a second, and you know, who knows what might have happened. But by going slowly, just reading them all the time, it's just, I love it, absolutely love it, you know?
It's certainly not for the faint-hearted.
No, not at all. Sure. You know, they're what, you know, 70, 80 kilo animals, hitting you at probably what, 30 mile an hour.
Yeah.
And
you don't want to be messing about at it. But certainly for people looking at this, you know, for bulk capture of this nature, so if you want to do park captures, this is the way to do it, I think.
I think so, definitely, yeah.
Get the infrastructure right to start with. Yeah. You know, if you're going to rely on fences that are not up to the job, there's going to be problems. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but you know, from your point of view, somebody who says, well, you know, I want to catch these deer out of my park, what sort of advice would you give them as far as the preparation is concerned? Yeah,
preparation, doesn't matter if it's 10 deer, if it's, you know, 100 deer, 1,000 deer, it's all the same really. Every species is different, but the main thing, what I do is you go into a park, and a lot of people put a handling system where there's a gateway or a track or a hard standing. The first thing to do is let the deer feel a bit nervous basically, and make them uncomfortable so they'll go to where they feel safe. Yeah. So that's where you put the handling system. Generally it's high ground because they're, you know, a prey species, they're going to go on high ground looking down as we are here. And what did they do when we went over there? They went straight to the high ground looking down at us.
That's right, yeah. That's exactly where we want it.
So yeah, so first thing you do, go to a park, do that, and then you know where to set it up. If you can, obviously you know as well as me, you can set something up and leave it for a month, feed them in. You know, red deer can feed into a system really well. Yeah. But if they can get you, like you said to me, you know, let them get used to it. Yeah. It makes a big difference.
And certainly timing, would you say that kind of end of March, beginning of February is the best time?
Yeah, so people might
feed reliant then.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. In the winter it's just brilliant, isn't it? You know, with the hard. Again, if we're catching like that, I get someone to feed with a snacker, because a lot of people, when they're doing it on foot, you're stopping. Whereas with a bike, you can control your speed and just a flow. Great catches are where you've got a gate either end. You go with a bike all the way through every day for about 3 or 4 weeks. They follow you all the way through, shut a gate at the end one day and shut it behind them.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different systems and ways to do it. You've got to just read the deer, see how they're sort of working with your catch system, really.
And what I noticed earlier as well is how they kind of stand there in a bunch and they're looking around and they see a gap and think, can we make that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of...
It's being confident that that wall of sheeting is enough. literally it's a brick wall. And they'll,
Yeah.
you know, I've had 1,000 deer come up, run full pelt, and they all break at 10 yards away.
Yeah.
And that's so rewarding
Yeah.
to think, yes, you got them. I mean, look at this wind. We did amazingly well today with that shooting. Years ago, I used to use Hessian. Actually, today would have been great, but we found when it got wet, it was really heavy to drag and carry around. But actually, on a day like today, it would have probably been better.
And easily damaged as well, isn't it?
It is, it rots as well.
This pretty robust.
Yeah, it is. It's just coping with the weather, really.
Yeah,
and having all these people that are just keen and enthusiastic. I've got 2 vet students today from Cambridge. You know, how great for their, you know, they do cattle, sheep and pigs, but, you know, opportunity to do deer is unique. And we need more people like that in the veterinary industry, you know, in the deer industry. You know, there's, you know, a lot of deer. There's about 50,000 deer in farms.
Yeah.
You know, all the reindeer that there are around the country. So we need to educate them in some way how you need to be with the deer before you start doing medical attention with them.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is kind of, like you say, it's very rewarding. And, you know, when I was farming deer and stuff, they're not that different to normal livestock. They're just quicker.
Yeah.
And they spot an opportunity a lot quicker than
actually
than
use
a
it to your
cattle beast
benefit.
or a sheep would do.
Yeah.
And like you say, you can use it to your advantage.
Yeah,
but no, it's been a fantastic experience, Julian, and I kind of love being part of it.
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay,
Good
well
day.
done.
Thank you.